Hello my friends, welcome on another knife throwing lesson. Today we are going to focus on one of the most favorite knife throwing techniques, also used by some of the special forces around the world, super accurate, called military half spin. And today I will tell you everything about it that you need to know. So let's get started. First of all, you have to learn about grip. You will hold that knife or whatever you will throw it like this, with the thumb fingers around the knife, and knife will be in the center of your palm, all right, like this. After, it's difficult for the beginners to first figure it out a sweet spot, but usually for the military half spin it's around 3 meters. So first you will aim on the target, pull your arm to the back, and with a movement forward, you will let the knife slide naturally out of your hand. It's super easy, so don't rush anywhere for your first throws and just aim on the target easily and release. It's one of the easiest techniques that you can learn, and that's why I'm always showing this one to beginners. It's super easy. So if your first set will be really good, you can repeat it all the time, and first month or two I would stick at only one distance. We're gonna be also talking about the common mistakes, so more advanced thrower know which one was it. And if you will be sticking all the time, you can make very little step back, because the military half spin it's also for instinctive throwing, but that one we'll be talking about a little bit later and I will show you, okay? So since you have already seen it, we have already one mistake, and that was under rotated knife. I am especially a little bit closer so you can all see me for this tutorial. So since the knife was under rotated, that means that I was too close from the target or I didn't spin the knife enough. So I will show you once again how this mistake looks like. Exactly like this. And you will avoid it that you will make a step back. It's going to stick easier. And look at that. If I will be same here on this and make a little more snap, it should stick very easy, as you can see. So you always have to figure it out which mistake you are doing and adjust. And right after that, it's so easy. So like I said, first common mistake, under rotated knife. So go a little bit back or snap it a little bit more, okay? But there's also another mistake, which one is called over rotated knife. It looks like this, and it means that you are too far from the target or that you snap your wrist too much. And again, you will avoid it that you will make a step forward for the target and you will keep your wrist locked, because that's also big beginner mistake, that they are flicking with the wrist too much. Not all of the people, but some people have a lot of problem and doing like this, you know, like from the beginning, like snapping a lot with the wrist, which you really don't need. And also big mistake that a lot of beginners are doing is putting too much power into the throw. This is definitely not needed, and you are risking that something will happen to you, because if you will have bad ricochet from the side of the stump, you can have some very serious injuries. So you always have to be careful. Even if you think that you can still do these techniques, no problem, still be cautious and think about it, all right? So too powerful, it's problem, but also using so little energy, it's also a problem. That looks something like this, you know. The knives are barely sticking into the target. So optimal is to figure it out again, like a sweet spot also in the energy that you are putting into these throws, and it's somewhere in the middle. Not too super powerful, not too using less energy, all right? So military half spin, as you can already see, absolutely accurate and amazing technique. You can, for example, training accuracy that you will put playing card like I have here on the target, and you can start focus on it and again, what was it? Under-rotate it, right? A little bit close, and we hit it, all right? So on the third attempt, I hit the card, and you can do these challenges as well and practice it with the military house spin technique or with a different one. But this is amazing how you will improve the accuracy. And as I mentioned before, with the military house spin, you really don't have to stand at one place. And you can do it with this way. From very super short distances, you are holding the knife more closer to the tip and you are more snapping the knife. And the further you go, more pressure you are applying on the thumb, and also you are sliding more towards the handle, all right? So I will show you a little example. I can't go too much further so you can see me. So very close distance, absolutely on the tip. And again, I'm moving back, moving also my finger. Now I'm on 4 meters, amazing center. So with this way, instinctive military is absolutely easy and so much fun. So you can practice it longer distances, it's really up to you. But personally, military house spin I really like only like up to 5 or 6 meters, not so much further. If I go a little bit further, I'm switching to instinctive house spin like this. With about that one I can make raw tutorial in the near future, so you can see. And military house spin you can also do from any angle you want. It could be also like this, side arm, underhand, backhand, any technique, any angle you want. So it's really up to you how you will mix your practice for the military house spin. Let's see one backhand. Okay. So you can really mix it up and it's so much fun. Of course, military house spin can be done even from any position. You know, so when you are on the watch, you can do like this from the ground. Wow. There you go. So again, from any position. That's what I love about instinctive throwing. It could be done with any tool, any angle, any position, and it's so much fun. So that's why I highly recommend, if you are a total beginner and you want to get into the knife throwing, this is super easy. But maybe you are saying like, Adam, but I don't have like these professional throwing knives like the Flying Dragon. Guys, you really don't have to worry, because same techniques can be done with absolutely cheap throwing knife like this Naruto kunai anime style, and you will hold it absolutely same, you know, like this with the fingers. Just be careful that it's not sharp, you know, otherwise you will cut yourself. But it's so simple, you know. With this lighter knife, you will be standing now closer towards the target. Before it was a little bit back, but now for only half rotation. You see, it's also a problem, the penetration with this one. It needs to be really great throw, so it will stick it. Wow, we hit the cut. Otherwise, these are horrible, you know. So if you are a beginner, I definitely recommend for you to invest a little bit more and get the heavier knives, because with these you will struggle, especially past some longer distances. But as you can see, you know, you can have a fun and still throw them. But whatever, you know, forget about this. It can be also done with the army knives, you know. With these are training, of course, the special forces around the world. They are not throwing with classic throwing knives, right? They are using their tools they have. So this technique can be applied on any actual knife you have. But folding knives are definitely not suitable for the throwing. They will break. But in the worst case scenario, it can be done, you know. But with this Glock, it's also my really favorite, because it's so much fun, really easy, and Maybe you are also wondering like how I'm doing, because it's a sharp edge. You can like cut it into the target. So you gotta hold it like this from the side, and you have to be careful to avoid the edge, you know, so not hold it like this. You need to be exactly like that, okay? Avoiding the edge, but otherwise it's everything the same like I showed you before. You are aiming on the target, pulling arm to the back, and with the movement forward, you will let the knife release naturally out of your hand. So absolutely easy, great penetration. Wow, super accurate, and that's why I love military house pin technique. So guys, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about the military house pin technique? Did you try it as well? And also, if you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link for these Flying Dragon throwing knives that I have now on the shopsharpblades.com. But for today, that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.